So last night I had a pretty nice experience and kind of reminder on mindful eating and the importance of paying close attention to my hunger and my fullness cues and listening to my stomach and my body. Because I lost my weight through mindful eating. But once I basically got to about where I wanted, I started shifting my priority and goal to gaining some muscle and getting a little bit leaner. And so I've had to up my protein intake. And so I've been eating more food than I had been previously, but I've been eating it leaner proteins, lean meats. And anyway, but I've been watching my calories, which is not something I did when I was mindfully eating. I was just eating until I felt full and then stopped. So anyway, long story short, last night I was waiting for a friend that I hadn't seen in quite some time for dinner at a restaurant, and I got there early. So I was sitting there waiting, and I was pretty hungry. And I sat there probably close to 20 minutes, and I was just getting, hungrier and hungrier as I sat and looked at the menu. But I also was conscious of what I was ordering, and I decided to order some boneless wings and mashed potatoes. And by the time it finally came out, and it came out pretty late too because they were really busy. So I had been sitting there for maybe an hour, really hungry. They bring out the plate, and I look at it, and it's this small thing. It looks so small. It was 8 boneless wings and this small container of mashed potatoes, and I was starving at this point. I'm like, I should have ordered an additional side. I was trying to save money, and I was worried that it would be a bigger portion size than I got. And so when it came out, I'm like, this is not enough food. I should have ordered more. But I sat and just remembered to eat slowly, set my fork down in between bites. I didn't rush through it. And I also had quite a bit of Coke Zero. They brought out 3 over the course of the evening, so I had all that as well. Anyway, the main thing is, when the food came out, I thought it wasn't enough. It looked like a really small amount. And even as I was eating it and finishing it, I was still in the back of my mind thinking, maybe I'll get some broccoli or something else, because I don't think it's enough. But it was a very casual evening. This is a good friend I've known since I was a kid, and we just sat and talked. Before I knew it, as the evening went on, I'm like, oh wow, I'm full. I'm quite full. Not over full, not like sickly stuffed, but just definitely full, satisfied, and don't need any more food. And it was just one of those things, because when I've been making my food at home, I already know the portions that I'm making, and I'm doing it maybe right after a workout, so I know I need about this much food. But going to a restaurant and not really knowing, because I've never been to this place before, I was like, this is smaller than I'm used to eating. This is not what I expected. And anyway, it was a good reminder of oh yeah, you need to slow down and eat slowly, because it takes a while for that signal to reach your brain that you're full. So anyway, I'm glad I ordered the portion that I did, because it was within my calorie budget for the day that I had set for myself, and I was full and satisfied, and it was delicious. It was this Memphis dry rub boneless wings. Boneless wings are not wings, just diced chicken. Anyway, I'm rambling. The point is, when you eat quickly, it's easy to overeat, and it was a good reminder for me of the importance of eating slowly, savoring your food, and savoring the good conversation with a good friend. But always good to remember, if you slow down and don't rush through your food like I've done all my life, you can usually find that you will be full and satisfied on a reasonable amount of food, and don't need to gorge yourself the way that I did the majority of my life, and still be perfectly full and satisfied at the end of a meal.